Hey guys, welcome to Blaugrana United. Barcelona have beaten Rayo Vallecano by 3-1 at the Camp Nou. The game was very weird, to say the least. I admit that this kind of games we have to win by any means necessary, but I don't want to hear any excuses on Wednesday when we face Lyon, because it's gonna be a massive game. We need to win that game. We need to play at 100%, because today the level of intensity since we scored the second goal was very low. It's been like this the whole season. We've just been playing at first to second gear for pretty much the whole season, and for me it's not acceptable. This moment of the season we cannot fix many things, but I expect us to improve next season with some energy in midfield. Some players that are not 30 years old, they're going to be running, they're going to be giving their all, they're going to be hungry for titles. Taking everything into consideration, it wasn't that bad of a match. Messi was Messi, being the best player on the pitch. There's a certain someone I want to talk about. You might know who it is, and I think this might be trending topic in my channel until the end of days, but I hope that he can recover his level and show the best version of himself that we saw last season. Barcelona opted to start with a lineup of Ter Stegen in net with Semedo, Alba, Umtiti and Piqué in defense, a midfield of Busquets, Arthur and Vidal, and in the forward line we had Luis Suarez, Lionel Messi and Felipe Coutinho. I must say that Arturo Vidal is not a player I would have signed for Barcelona. I have to say that he's a player that I absolutely love, that I like his intensity, that he gives his all for the whole game. That doesn't matter if it's the first minute or it's the 90th minute, he's running with the same intensity. But he is 30 years old, he doesn't really fit our system properly. And at the end of the season, I believe both him and even Rakitic need to make way for us to bring players like Alenya and Ricky Puig into our midfield to play a lot of minutes next season. Saying that, his level of intensity compared to everyone else's was night and day. But yeah, everything into account, it was pretty good. Nelson Semedo and Jordi Alba, they did their job. Umtiti and Piqué. Umtiti is good that he's gaining back his level, that he's recovering from that injury, getting used to game time, because he's going to be crucial for us this season. I believe that he is better than Clement Lenglet at full fitness, but he's on his way to get there. So I just hope that he can recover his level and we can expect to see the best of him in the latter stages of the Champions League and La Liga of this season. Again, like I was saying, Messi and Suarez were doing alright. I love that Suarez gives his intensity even if he doesn't have the legs to do so, and I believe that his knee problem that he's been having lately is gonna keep going and it's gonna get worse, and eventually he's gonna snap his knee apart, and I think that's gonna be a big shame for not taking the proper precautions with Luis Suarez. And now I want to talk about Coutinho, and this is a personal message to Coutinho, that I understand that you're not playing in your position, that you are being asked to do something that's not really your role, that was never your role. Even in Liverpool, that wasn't your role. You had a lot more of free roam like Messi, but you're not Messi. You are at Barcelona, and at least I don't expect you to score goals and give assists. I don't care about that. I expect you to play with confidence and to at least do the little things right, like help in defense a little bit, help Jordi Alba to not be exposed, link up with Arthur Vidal, with the midfield, with Luis Suarez and Messi. At least do the link up play so you can have a flow of game. As right now, whenever the ball falls to Coutinho, the flow just snaps and we end up losing possession, or something that's not properly done just happens. I have to say, you compare that shot that he missed today one-on-one against the goalkeeper, and The Felipe Coutinho last season was already scoring bangers. I remember that goal against Valencia and Girona that he scored. He was already scoring bangers for Barcelona, just recently arrived. And you're telling me, like, Ernesto Valverde, by playing him in the wrong position and put him in against Dembele to play in for one position, that is kill his confidence, because he was never gonna beat Dembele's that position, even that he's played a lot more minutes than Dembele. Ousmane Dembele to this date has only played 2 full 90 minutes this season. How on earth has Ousmane Dembele to this date has only played 2 full 90 minutes? I think that's a disgrace. I think Ernesto Valverde needs to check himself, because this is unacceptable. Felipe Coutinho at this moment, it is not ready. He is not ready to play at this stage of the season, because it's an experiment, and like I've said again and again, we are not at this moment to do experiments. I would love him to play in midfield, but he should have been playing already in midfield. This is the kind of games that I mean. If we are going to be playing with this level of intensity, at least give me Coutinho in midfield with Arthur. Give me Dembele, Coutinho, Suarez and Messi. The thing that I expect, at least from Coutinho, is always attitude. To give a right attitude. Because all that he's showing right now is that he's going to be sold. That he needs to be sold, because we are wasting 100 million plus signing. Let's be honest all here. Malcolm is going to be sold next season. I don't have a doubt in my mind. How on earth, this is the first time that he's played since 31 days ago against Madrid, when he did that fantastic game, when he was definitely man of the match that game, and he only played 5 minutes today. That is a disgrace, but I'll explain to you why he's only played 5 minutes today since that fantastic game against Madrid in February. It's because if Malcolm starts performing well, if Malcolm had the minutes that Coutinho's been having, or at least half of that, and if he would have performed, Malcolm and Dembele go by far on top of Coutinho, and Coutinho becomes a huge problem for Valverde and for the squad, because everyone is going to know that it is unexcusable that Coutinho is playing, and if he keeps it up this way, it's going to become inexcusable that he doesn't get sold next season. I've seen reports that PSG want the signing of Coutinho to get revenge for Frankie de Jong, and to be honest, I would not be against that, because like I said in the previous video, I think Coutinho could be the key to signing Kylian Mbappe. I think PSG could be signing to keep Neymar. Coutinho could be signed, as because we all know that Coutinho is good friends with Neymar. Coutinho would play in his role first of all at PSG, and I think that would be pretty positive for Barcelona if we could get Mbappe with a trade for Coutinho and like 100 million, 150 million plus Coutinho for Mbappe. Saying that the first goal that Rayo scored, like I've said, football is weird. We are shooting a lot, we're generating a lot of chances, and with one of the first few dangerous chances they have, they score. And PK's been having a superb couple of months lately, but this is the kind of thing that I mean. The reason that I say that PK needs to be sold, or at least that he needs to play a lot less minutes next season, is because he's not the PK from 5 or 10 years ago. He's a lot slower, he doesn't turn as well, and he has a tendency to defend backing off. And okay, when you're defending with 2 banks of 4, you can get away with doing that a lot of the time. But in a dynamic 4-3-3, that is really not the way to defend. Like, you need to be going in for the tackle, you need to try to go for the ball like Matthews the leg, like Umtiti, like Longley. And that's all because they have more energy than PK. They have a lot more agility, they can turn better, and that's just it. Like, PK, he can still do it. I'm not saying that he's not able to go in for a tackle, because he can totally do it. He's still one of the best defenders in the world. If you ask me who was the best defender in the world this season, I would have to say between PK and Van Dijk. But PK needs to decrease his amount of minutes. I think that he's going to get a bad injury soon. Like, between last season and this season, he's played a lot of minutes. I don't think PK has ever played as many minutes as he has these past 2 seasons. I think that when he gets an injury, it could be a really bad injury and we could lose him for good. So I hope that doesn't happen. I hope that we can get Piqué back to the level. And going back to the game, yeah, pretty good goal from Raúl de Tomás. I think that maybe he's a striker that Madrid should have given a chance. I think that he's a natural goal scorer. Even if he's not gonna deliver you 20 goals a season, he wouldn't be useful, I would say. But I mean, seeing Mariano being wasted at the bench, I cannot say much about that. And then Barcelona were just creating more chances. Messi with fantastic plays. We were in a lot of moments close to scoring the first goal before the first goal came in with a fantastic cross from Lionel Messi to Piqué. And it's 1-0. And then second half, we switched kind of to a 4-4-2. A lot of people are going to say a 4-3-3, but if you think about it, it's more like a 4-4-2 of last season, because Messi's still playing centrally with Suarez, and Coutinho, although he's kind of centrally in midfield, he does have to do the help for Jordi Alba, and definitely Dembele was playing on the right with Semedo. And this is what I say about Dembele and Semedo together become a fantastic partnership. And this is what I mean, that against Lyon, at some point of the game, I think either Malcolm and Dembele need to be on the same side as Semedo, because they're natural wingers. They give width to the team, and together with Semedo, they can produce a lot of damage, especially against the side of Ferland Mendy and Martin Terrier, or Memphis Depay and Ferland Mendy. And then at the dying minutes of the game, after substitutions from Ernesto Valverde by replacing, the third goal comes in, and Suarez with a fantastic wall with Rakitic finishes it up on an empty net and scores the third. And I have to say, even Rakitic always plays better at the latter end of the season than at the beginning. I think that's just a thing of even Rakitic. He upped his level. I remember that he upped his level when we most needed him against that game, against that comeback against Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League. Player that, I don't know why, but he's always doing better at the latter stages of the competitions. And to be honest, there wasn't much more than that. I wanted to talk about Neymar right now, but the video is already kind of long, so I want to end it here. I think we had a alright game. We did the job. We got the 3 points. We keep Atletico Madrid to 7 points distance, and I hope that they can drop some points. Like, it's unbelievable. They just keep winning 1-0 and 1-0 and 1-0. Like, it's driving me mad. I want to eventually drop points. Like, I don't think it's much to ask. Like, I just want to be relaxed and be able to play the Champions League ties, knowing that we still have some distance room between every single team. And I think, when I mean comfortable distance, I mean 10 points at least. Like, I at least want to be able to go to the Camp Nou against Atletico and have 7 points difference to make them go for the game, because that's when we can hurt them the most. And you know what? Yeah, leave me your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you want me to talk about. I'll be releasing a career mode of FC Barcelona very soon on the channel. I hope you tune up for that. I hope you like the video, and I'll see you in the next one, Blaugranas.